lot.
I thought I was up late last night. This man didn't get back till when?
Damn near 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
If you're on the East Coast, that means 4.
Yeah,
That's not why I'm looking this way, though.
Oh, let's just get right to it. We can forget. Here's the deal, Stephen A.
Yeah.
Lakers, your finals pick. You're all hyped up. LeBron's going to win the MVP. Yada yada yada. Of course, they're going to win. No PG-13 on the court. And then you saw what happened. So tell me this: are you having second thoughts about the Lakers at the very end?
I'm not going to jump off the ship, but yeah, I'm having second thoughts, and I think that it's important on this show because obviously it's a debate show. And I'm trying to keep my cool. I got an NBA special coming up tonight, and I'm hyped about that.
What time?
7 p.m. every Wednesday. NBA show. I'm looking forward to it. I'm incredibly excited about it. But LeBron James has quelled my excitement. And I sit here this morning more humbled than I have ever been sitting across from this man. Because I have to tell you something. It doesn't matter whether or not I disagree for the next 81 games. On this day, Max Kellerman got me. I can't believe what the hell I saw last night.
I feel like I'm being set up.
Oh, no. I swear to you. I promise you. I'm not going to even play around. I promise you I'm not setting you up. I'm promising you right now. For this show, if there was crow in front of me, I'd eat it in front of everybody. This is bad. I cannot believe what I saw last night. Now, we understand something here. Let's be clear. Clippers, nobody denied that they're a better team in terms of how they're built. Nobody denied the fact that they have an advantage coaching-wise because Doc Rivers clearly is on another level. We get all of that. My saving grace was Anthony Davis and LeBron James. Anthony Davis, I don't give a damn about his final numbers, 25 and 10 and all of that stuff. I don't care about that because he didn't look like himself. But I know and I firmly believe as the season progresses,
give it a little time.
He'll be fine. I cannot emphasize enough how disappointed I was in LeBron James for several reasons. Number one, give him credit first. He stepped up defensively. LeBron James was great defensively last night. He made a lot of great plays. He really, really did. And I give him credit for that. Offensively, he was atrocious. I don't give a damn what anybody says. 18 points, doesn't matter. He went at Kawhi Leonard early. When Kawhi got hot and hit 7 straight, you could have put an APB out for LeBron. We couldn't find him. All he seemed content on doing outside of the breakaway dunk, okay? All he seemed content on doing was passing the ball to Anthony Davis. No aggression, no anything. No, Vogel, whatever play system he's got in play, it was non-existent. So I was concerned about that. And I'll let you dissect the game, Max, but I want to point this out. I was so disappointed because you got to remember coming into the game, we saw this New Balance commercial from Kawhi Leonard. And he's talking about, this is Kawhi town now. This is my town, okay? Unapologetic about it. Hasn't had much to say, but that spoke volumes. You got LeBron, hype, intense. Everybody's, I'm courtside now. We're watching them as intense as ever, as if this were the finals. Get ready to play, screaming into the camera, let's go, let's go, let's go. And then the next thing you know, you can't find him. While this brother, Kawhi Leonard, is balling out. Clearly the best player on the court last night. LeBron James wasn't even a top 5 player on the court last night. Not last night. It was that bad. And then they'll go to the post-game conference and to say, quote, ain't a rivalry. Both of us where we want to be. We got things to work out, et cetera, et cetera. What the hell you mean?
It ain't a rivalry.
What you mean it ain't a
The
rivalry?
same position in the same
building?
the
same position in the same building in the same city. Both of you are title contenders. And suddenly you want to back away. We got the entire basketball world looking forward to this challenge. And this dude is going like this. I ain't no really match. Oh, really? Really? Well, I got news for you, LeBron. It is. Every time we see Kawhi in that building, we going to turn around and look at you and go, what you going to do? That's what we going to do. Okay, all year long. And last night, one superstar showed up. The other didn't. And I didn't see that coming, Max. Since he had played since April, I didn't see that
His
coming.
father time is undefeated, brother. Listen, LeBron James, I try to tell people, is in his 17th season. No one in the history of basketball, including Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who was the gold standard for longevity, has ever come close, not close, to the level LeBron James played at in his 16th season and his 15th season. And yet you can see the decline. He's in uncharted territory, uncharted waters here. I mean, what, 17 years in? You can't play defense and carry the offensive load and do it against the #1 player in the game, which I'm trying to tell everybody is Kawhi Leonard. And look, I know why people are slow to give it up for Kawhi, because sometimes you see greatness, but it feels more forced, less natural. You could see Lendl beating McEnroe, or Larry Holmes beating Muhammad Ali, or Bruce Smith at a higher level than Lawrence Taylor when they met in Super Bowl 25. Knowing as great as the younger guys were, they weren't quite what those older guys were in their primes. I know Kawhi is in his prime now. He's not as great as LeBron was in LeBron's prime. But LeBron is not in his prime, and that is the point. Look what happened last night. He couldn't sustain both ends of the floor and remain efficient. Kawhi could. Now, by the way, Patrick Beverley has something to do with that. Saw Patrick Beverley in the locker room last night. It's like just another day at the office. He approaches it, Stephen A., like Charles Oakley used to say. Remember, Charles Oakley used to talk about, I'm just like a farmer. You got to get up and go to work. And he went to work on LeBron. And even though LeBron was getting his early against Beverley, Beverley was making him expend energy. He can't do that both ends of the floor. But Kawhi can and remain crazy efficient. And by the way, what you saw here is what happened in the finals to LeBron when he played against Kawhi originally. And Kawhi was a puppy and LeBron was in his prime, but Kawhi got Series MVP because of the defense he played on LeBron. And Kawhi's gotten better and better and better and is able to carry the team on both ends of the floor. Watch what happens, because I believe these two teams will meet in the Western Conference Finals eventually. LeBron will put up big numbers, but they will not be efficient. He will not be able to carry the day on the defensive end, and Kawhi's team will win.
You still think they're going to meet in the Western Conference Finals?
Let me say, first of all, it's just one game. It's just one game. So I'm not losing perspective on that front. I recognize the fact that it's one game, but here's what I'm trying to say to you. There's certain things that you have to pay attention to, and there's certain things that you can ignore. For example, you can't ignore the fact that the Clippers outscored the Lakers bench. The Clippers bench outscored the Lakers bench 60-19. You can't ignore that. You can't ignore the fact that Montrezl Harrell is monstrous. He's physical, he's tenacious, etc. And oh, by the way, what was he doing? He was going right at Anthony Davis and giving him problems from a physicality perspective, okay? Because Anthony Davis did not look that good, regardless of what the final numbers show. But here's where LeBron James resonates with me. The passivity, the lack of offensive aggression, Vogel, the lack of offensive innovation. I had guys raving before the game about Vogel. He holds guys accountable. He's very knowledgeable about the game. He obviously knows defense, et cetera, and I respect the hell out of Frank Vogel. I really, really do. But he ain't Doc Rivers.
That's not a knock against him. He's just Doc Rivers is elite.
It's not knock. Well, listen, when you're going up against a guy like Doc Rivers, particularly when you're buffered, because Sam Cassell is going to be a head coach in this game someday. The man knows basketball.
Ty Lue
deserves to be a head coach now. Okay, you think he knows a little something? Rex Kalamian, this man is brilliant. The man knows basketball, and Lawrence Frank is your president of basketball operations. This is a first-class organization that we're talking about with the Clippers here. But all I'm saying to you is this. Knowing that and knowing the people who know LeBron, and look, I still said to you, when we talk about 35, I didn't know whether it was age or it was rust. But my point is, you haven't played since April. Miss your jump shots, miss layups, do things like that. I get it. But when you seem passive,
let me say this about Kawhi.
I was stunned. Considering the bright lights, the environment, opening night, LeBron James' performance and his post-game words was such a disappointment.
He's up against the best player in the game, a truly great two-way superstar in his prime without a